Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ray Taylor, and this is the early retirement vlog. I'm back. The month of December was kind of a hectic month. Not my favorite month of the year. It's the time of my birthday and all the holiday stuff, and yeah, it's just not. I'm not a humbug kind of guy. I tend to get kind of emotional this time of year. Not really close with any of my family, so it's very alone. I feel very alone, very lonely time of year. And that's just kind of what I'm used to. It's kind of my hibernation month in a lot of ways. So it's hard to keep up with some projects while you're hibernating. I mean, fucking bears don't get a lot done when they're sleeping in caves, okay? Don't be a speciesist, all right? But yeah, so December was a crazy month. Izzy's giving me like a look like I don't know. Um, so my birthday, I decided to go. Well, before I get into it, I'm gonna try and release these at least once a week, starting off. That way I can get just some kind of routine, and then hopefully put these out twice a week, 3 times a week. We'll see. But I want to try and do it at least release a new early retirement vlog on Fridays. As far as when they're recorded, could vary, but I want to try and release them every Friday, at least for the time being, just to have a day to kind of a data on the calendar that I know I need to have a new episode up. So the release schedule for my YouTube page right now, if you go to youtube.com/inspired disorder, the release schedule is currently Mondays is an episode of Inspired Disorder podcast, generally a fight talk episode, but if there's no fights, could sometimes be we talk about movies, comic books, or just stories and whatever happens to we feel like talking about. So that's Monday, and then Wednesday or Tuesday will be clips from Monday's episode. So if we play Ultimate Movie Championship, or if it's just a specific fight card, our picks or our reviews on certain fights, you'll see all the clips from the previous day on Tuesday. Wednesday, you get a full episode of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Again, depending on what we talk about, it could vary. And then Thursday will be clips from that episode. Friday will be this show, Early Retirement Vlog. So every Friday that should be out. And then Saturdays and Sundays, I want to try and do either like an unboxing video or a review, product review, or a how-to, whether it's for video or podcasting or whatever it is. If there's something I know how to do, I want to do like try and start doing how-to videos. So those, and I'd like to get at least once a week, either Saturday or Sunday, get one of those extra videos out. I just recently did the Mitch Hedberg vinyl box set, finally came out. So Mitch Hedberg, stand-up comic, one-liner comic, was kind of just hitting his stride when he passed away, when he died. I think he died in like the late 90s, maybe early 2000s. But great comic, and his work's always been on CD. He has like 3 CDs out. Or you can stream his stuff through like Apple Music or Pandora or Spotify. But I've always wanted to get, now that I've been collecting vinyls this past year, kind of been a bummer. There's not a whole lot of comedy. There's a lot of old comedy in vinyl. Some comedians are putting their stuff out on vinyl. I know Ari Shafir put out his first special on vinyl. And I've gotten a few. So when I saw that Mitch Hedberg's box set was available, I snatched it up right away, and I did an unboxing video of that. So if you'd like to see more of those, as you know, not vinyl necessarily, but different things, I'll do unboxing videos for. If I remember, I'm not. It's a new thing, so when I buy a new piece of equipment or something, doing an unboxing video isn't really uh, a priority. At least not something I think about. Uh, but I'm gonna try and do more of those, and if not that, some other stuff. So that's the release schedule. So look forward to early retirement vlog coming out. Um, yeah, on Fridays, starting out, and then hopefully more vlogs throughout the week as I get used to the routine of it. My birthday was December. Not a big fan of my birthday. I don't really do anything for my birthday. I don't really tell people. People generally find out from Facebook, which is nice. Thank you to everybody if you're watching this. Thank you if you wish me a happy birthday of one sort of another. Appreciate it. So I kind of like to do usually. I mean, back when I was working, I liked to, although there were some birthdays where I did work and I would try to go home early. But I enjoy just kind of not doing anything and just getting intoxicated. I also like doing that on holidays too. It's a good excuse to not take care of any responsibilities and just kind of erase a day from the calendar. It's kind of like a compressed vacation in a way. Like almost get extra relaxation. Maybe not. I don't know how that works. But so I decided this birthday, since I have an independent movie theater within walking distance and a dispensary within walking distance and liquor stores within walking distance, I thought I'd take the day, go watch a movie on an edible. So I decided to go to the independent movie theater that I enjoy, and there was a movie called uh, My Mother's Eyes, I think. Horror movie. It's supposed to be good. Looked pretty interesting. The trailer that I saw. I'm not a big horror movie guy, but this was the only movie that was playing there that I felt like going to, and I wasn't gonna drive anywhere, especially if I was gonna be on an edible. Um, so I was like, "Fuck it, I'll go." I like Captain Phillips is one of my favorite movies that I watched while on an edible because it's like the edible makes the suspense of the movie way more real and way more palatable. Maybe not palatable, but way more real. And so, it almost immerses you in the story more. So I was looking forward to that. Going to the theater, I showed up early. Well, I went to the dispensary, got little gummies, 100 milligrams of gummies. So each gummy is like 10 milligrams. Popped a few of those on my way to the theater and then showed up early, so I decided to go to the record store that's next door and Twist and Shout. Just kind of it's a huge record store. They have CDs and DVDs and merchandise, and a bunch of vinyl. So I go in there and take a look at vinyl. And there was one, the soundtrack to my favorite movie of the year, Swiss Army Man. I had seen like the day before, or I had just been there not that long before, and I had seen it. It was probably like a week before, and I wanted to pick it up and found that. Took a little while to find it, but it's a great soundtrack. If you haven't heard it, I forget the people what band they're from, but it's a great soundtrack. It's one of my favorite. It's my favorite movie of the year, Swiss Army Man. But I was really looking forward to the vinyl, and it was a nice birthday present to myself, picking that up. So edibles kind of start kicking in while I'm looking around. Like I can kind of feel the beginnings. Uh, Going to the theater, get a couple beers, get a popcorn, and Go in, sit down. I'm the only one in the theater. Trailers start to roll. I kind of feel the edibles starting to kick in. And right, maybe the second trailer starts to play, and then all of a sudden, bright lights flashing, sirens. There's a fire alarm was pulled. So I start kind of getting my stuff together because when fire alarms go off in public places, everywhere I've worked, when fire alarms goes, I've worked in movie theaters, worked in retail places. Nobody gives a fuck about fire alarms. Everybody just kind of waits. It's like somebody's gonna panic. We're gonna hear something. So I kind of slowly get my stuff together. Because I'm in a movie theater by myself. If I see a fire, there's plenty of exits everywhere. Um, and I guess I didn't even think about it, but being in Colorado could be a shooter. But I'm in a theater by myself, so I guess I'm okay. I was pretty sure I would hear gunshots outside the theater. I don't know, but didn't even think of that till like way later. But a manager came in, said we got to get out, and he seemed calm. So I figured it was just who knows? It could have been because the theater there's a bunch of other businesses attached to the theater, so it could have been anything. I'm glad that fucking went off. Uh, so I got my stuff. I still had my beer. The movie hadn't even started yet. I had my beer, my popcorn, my vinyl, my jacket, and walk outside, and just kind of standing around, just sitting with my beer on top of the trash can, just kind of nonchalant. I'm like, I'm an adult. I got kicked out of this theater that I'm able to buy this beer at, but now I'm out in public. Wasn't thinking about it. Same manager came over. He's like, he was cool about it. He's like, listen, I know you just got this. We had to kick you out, but could you not just drink it right in front of the thing? I was like, yeah, no problem, man. I may be turning 36 today, but I have no problem drinking this by the dumpsters, like a 20-year-old degenerate. No problem doing that. So that's what I did. Um, by the time I waited a while, they said wait 15 minutes. Hopefully, we can get this turned off and get everything started up. Um, so I drank my beer, kind of hung out for a little bit, and I could feel the edibles really starting to kick in. So I'm like, let me just get a pass. So I go there all the time. There'll be something else, which The Handmaiden, I was tentatively planning on going to watch that today, um, because I've heard good things. I enjoy the director of the original Old Boy, Park Chan-wook, I think his name is, I believe. But Handmaiden's supposed to be great, and that's playing at that same theater. That was the alarm that went off. But I'm not going today because I'm recording this, and I got other things I'm gonna do. But so I got a pass to go see a free movie. So I'm like, fuck it. I'm just gonna walk home, pick up some alcohol on my way home, and just find a movie to watch at home, independent movie they haven't seen. I'll rent something online or figure it out. It's like, but the movie situation wasn't going to work out. So I start walking home, and as I'm walking I'm walking to the liquor store, which is on my way home. I could really start feeling the edibles. I mean, it's probably like a mile from the theater to the liquor store. So on my way there, it's just like I can just start feeling it more and more. And finally get to the liquor store, which I go to just down the street from my place, go to all the time. Great guys work there. Wouldn't normally feel uncomfortable at any way there. But when the 30 or 40 milligrams of edibles that you ate starting to kick in, being around people that, it's just a really weird, it almost reminds me of the cliche moments in TV and movie when people are high and the character's high and they're just really paranoid and they act weird, just because they think everybody thinks they're high. But if you just act normal, nobody's going to fucking know. And I'm kind of weird anyway, so I wasn't too worried about it. But like my brain wasn't able to focus on what I needed to get there. So I got a bunch of random shit. I got like a candy bar. I got like a energy drink. I got like a 4-pack of hard cider, and I got some kind of beer or some hard out. I don't even remember what the other thing was, but I got an assortment of different things that they sold at the liquor store, uh, and purchased my stuff. It was all put in a big brown paper bag. So, I'm walking home, and of course, edibles are fucking exploding. I'm just, really focused on just like, I just got to get home, one foot in front of the other. I'm only like 5 blocks away. It's not that far. It's no problem. You've walked to this liquor store 100 times. There's no issues. And then I go a block down the street and I notice that the school that's between my place and the liquor store had just got out, and there's kids everywhere, there's parents everywhere, and I'm just fucking waddling down the sidewalk with all my alcohol high as shit. So I'm like, why is this happening right now? I should be in a movie, experiencing this high, being stressed out, watching this horror movie. Hopefully, could have been a horrible movie. Um, but instead I have to walk through this minefield of parents and children, um, which I survived, thankfully. I know you all were probably worried. What happened? I made it through. You just act cool. Nobody knows. Everybody's gonna assume I'm high anyway. I just assume. I assume that's what people assume of me. So I made it home. Very excited to get into my safe space, my apartment. It took me about an hour to put my stuff away out of the bag. I think I was just relieved to be home. Um, and was looking for stuff to watch. I didn't know, see if something to rent, something to watch, and I went through my iTunes and I had apparently purchased Hunt for the Wilder People, which I had heard is really good. And sometimes I do that. I surprise myself um, by buying something that later I will discover and be happy that I did. And this was that day. But before that, I tried to listen to the record, the soundtrack to. Oh my goodness! I gotta fucking restart the camera again. Oh my goodness! So I got home, put my stuff away, decided to listen to the Swiss Army Man album, and it's just I. What happens a lot when I eat edibles, I'll get really emotional, especially on my birthday, that time of year. Not surprising at all. I start getting so emotional I can't actually listen to the album. And I don't know why. It doesn't really tie in. It's not like an album that I shared with an ex-girlfriend that I still pine for or something like that. Just a really good movie that I enjoyed this year. But I was just really, really high and really emotional. There's a lot of landmines. Alarms were going off that day. I just had to navigate a liquor store, high as shit. There's kids and parents and people with responsibilities. And it's me on like a fucking Wednesday walking around Denver, high as shit. Um, so I can't listen to the album. Decided to watch a movie. Found that I had purchased Hunt for the Wilder People. Super happy. Probably cry a little bit because I was like, you did such a good job, Ray. You bought this movie so you wouldn't have to like. It's very hard navigating things when you're high. When you're high on an edible, like it would be the worst time to try and program something or to set up a computer or to deal with some technology, fucking troubleshooting something. So it would be the worst time. So just easy click. Started watching that. Great movie, funny, independent comedy from New Zealand. Uh, Watched that and then watched some other things, and then I was kind of drank my ciders and all that kind of shit. Ended up probably passing out super early, but it was all in all it was a good birthday, even though I didn't get to go see the movie that I wanted to at the theater. Uh, I made up for it watching some good stuff at home. Um, and some solid edibles from Groundswell. Groundswell on Colfax. Go check them out. They're great. So that was my birthday. A couple weeks later, just before Christmas, Keith goes to his work's holiday party and, gets a ride. His friend, coworker picks him up. Afterwards, drops him off. I was passed out by the time he got home. I probably passed out about 1. I have no idea what time he got home. He probably doesn't know what time he got home because when he did get home, uh, we live in an apartment building, and he was walking around and slipped on a patch of ice and ended up coming in contact with the earth. His head met the earth, so he knocked him out, bleeding all over the place. Luckily, didn't fracture his skull or anything, didn't break his nose, uh, but he did get a bad concussion. So he's been out. He was out for like, a week and a half. I think he just started going back to work this week. Um, so it's kind of a rough end to 2016. I mean, my birthday wasn't a rough end, but Keith getting hurt for him, it was definitely a rough end. All the people that passed away last year, just the new direction our country's going in. Kind of a, both of our cars, both batteries, and Keith and my car died at the end of the year. It's very, I guess, fitting end to that year. So taking some time off of this, we missed a week of the Inspired Disorder podcast. Um, but yeah, it was kind of so. Hopefully, I'll be able to keep this going Fridays and then adding more to it as time goes on. Um, but if you have any ideas or recommendations for unboxing videos or reviews or how to's or anything like that for me that you would like me to record, let me know. There will be all of my artwork all the drawings I'm working on. I'm just trying a completely new thing, new style for me. You've seen some pictures if you follow me on Instagram of some sketches and some unfinished work. Um, my big project coming up here this week is to photograph all of the work that I've done, all the drawings, which is probably somewhere between 50 and 100. And then I want to get more up. But all of those things should be added to inspireddisorder.com very soon. I think that's where I'm going to sell everything. And then I'll probably throw a few pieces here and there on Etsy, and I'll probably throw a few pieces on Van Gogh just to test that app out. So look forward to that. I want to get all of that stuff hopefully photographed and posted and up for sale by the end of the month. So you can check out all of my new work that I've been doing, and kind of starting off the year to where I'm going to just kind of keep adding stuff to the store, um, drawings and stuff like that, and artwork. So inspiredstore.com for that. If you want to purchase anything else, if you like doing all of your other shopping through Amazon, make sure you use my Amazon link, inspireddisorder.com/Amazon. Takes you to Amazon just like normal, but a percentage goes to Inspired Disorder to help keep this ship afloat. I'm also working on a Patreon, redesigning the Patreon page. So if you want to become a Patreon member, I haven't really figured out the new perks and everything. But if you want to donate, it's Patreon, patreon.com/inspired disorder or inspireddisorder.com/Patreon. Donate whatever you want. It's a monthly donation thing to help support artists like myself. We've already got a couple donors. I haven't really promoted it this past year, but that's also something I want to get more focused on this year. So a lot more art, Patreon, YouTube, and then who knows what else, and this vlog. So I hope you all had a great New Year's. I hope so far 2017 is treating you well, and I will see everybody next week, next Friday, for another early retirement vlog. My name is Ray Taylor. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Ray Taylor, and inspireddisorder.com for everything, and youtube.com/inspireddisorder, Facebook for everything. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend, and have a great week, and I'll see you next week. Oh my goodness, I gotta fucking restart the camera again. Oh my goodness.